Hey everybody, and welcome. Today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to score your black bear skull with using some things that you just have around the house. We're not going to use calipers, which I might catch a little flack about because everybody knows Pope and Young, BNC, all official scoring is done with calipers. This isn't an official score. This is, you went on a bear hunt, you shot a nice bear, you got it home, had the skull cleaned, and you're kind of just wondering, what's its score? You're not going to put it in the book. It's just for your own curiosity. So this is an easy way to do it, and once you understand the concept, it's not that hard. So what we're going to use is we're going to use 2 soda cans, some Post-it notes, a pen, and something to measure with, and that's it. Now, the concept of measuring a skull is that you're going to measure from the farthest point from the back to the front, which is right off of this part of the bone and right off the front teeth. And then the widest point side to side. It's not like scoring a deer where you take the measurement by wrapping it all the way around and from the front all the way back. It's not a wrap, it's a straight line that goes straight through the skull from point to point. Straight through the skull from point to point. So that's the measurement that we need. We don't need the lower jaw because it isn't wider or longer. It doesn't add anything to any of the score. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Pepsi cans and we're going to set it. And I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I actually have a crack in this table there, a crack line. So I'm lining this up along that. But I'm going to take that from the widest point to the widest point. If I move the skull out now and I measure from the bottom of the cans, I'll have a number, but it'll be short because we're measuring a straight line from point to point, and this is higher than that. So we're going to lose out some. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold this pop can down, and we're going to take this and we're going to keep that back point on, and we're going to lift this up, which is going to push that other can out, and we're just going to keep lifting and then move it out of the way. Once it evens out, after that it loses contact. So it's pushed it as far as it's going to push it, and that should be our line. So now we're just going to take our Post-it notes, we're going to look straight down that can, and we're going to mark that. We're going to take our other Post-it note, look straight down the can, and mark that. Move these out of the way. Get our measuring device out, and I'm going to go right to the 1 foot mark. Put that right there. And I am right at 11 and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and write 11 and a half. Move those back out of the way. And now we'll bring this back in. And we're going to take our pop cans and we're just going to push it right up against it at the widest point, which is right there. And then we can just push the skull forward, move it out of the way. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sit here and we're going to line that up and mark it. And we'll mark this side. Move those out of the way. And once again, we're going to go to the 1 foot mark. And we're going to measure. And I am at 6.5 plus a 16th, or technically 6 9/16. So I'm going to write that down, 6.5 and 1/16, and add these together. So 5 and 5 is 10, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and then 1. So this skull is 18 inches and 1/16. Which is 1/16 over Pope and Young if you're into that. And if you're not, that's cool. But anyway, that's an easy way that you can measure this. If you don't have Post-it notes, you can use tape. If you don't have pop cans, you can use a wall and a box. I mean, there's a lot of easy ways to do it. And once you understand what you need to measure and that this has to be a straight line so that this end needs to be raised up, it's pretty easy. Now, like I said, there's probably some people that are upset that I didn't use calipers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video later this week, and I'm going to score this exact same skull, but I'm going to use calipers. And we're going to see how close this process was. We'll just see. Maybe it's off, maybe it's not, but I think this is a good way to do it. And there again, if you're sitting there and you're saying, hey, you know, that's not how Boone and Crockett does it, that's not how Pope and Young does it, and if I want it in the book, it's not going to be done that way. Well, you're right. If you want it in the book, you're going to call an official score. They're going to come out and they're going to score it. This is a rough score. It's the same as if you did it yourself with calipers. But anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try this at home and see how it works for you. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. That really will help me out. And if you're, looking for tips on hunting and stuff like that, as well as, just hunting videos, please stay tuned to the channel. I appreciate you all for watching. Have a good day.